Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Sekiro. Last time we completed the first leg of exploration here at the Fountainhead Palace. We took out the Sakura bull of the palace, and we found our way to the Pot Noble. And I'm really loving this zone so far. What a fantastic zone! Probably my favorite in the game. And we got a couple tough decisions in front of us here. We've got a platform with a bunch of enemies. One of them might be a double death blow enemy. We've also got another Shichimen warrior. Yay, my favorite. Not sure which I find more annoying, the Headless encounters or the Shichimen warrior encounters. But either way, I did a little bit of exploring off camera here. I did find there was a piece of loot that we missed last time, just some Gokan's sugar, and there was another piece of loot down here in front of us that was just some pellets. So I picked up a couple of those that we had missed, and I think we're ready to press forward shortly. But first, I am going to take just a little bit of time here and figure out. I've got a bunch of send to spend. You gotta spend to make sen, something like that. Let's first quickly figure out, head back to the temple and figure out how we're going to spend our money. All right, so I think what I've actually decided to do is we're going to go ahead and aim for the final upgrade for the Shuriken. So, because we now have access through that new Pot Noble, we now have the Lapis Lazuli. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think we need one more treasure carp scale to be able to buy both of the Lapis Lazuli that guy has. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna need to pop some coin purses here as well, but I think I wanna, like we've been doing with the skill trees, it makes sense to kind of check out what one of the ultimate final upgrades looks like. There's a bunch of other upgrades that we could spend our sen on, like for like the spear and some other of these near Pot Noble. Okay, that's accurate idle description. But there's, as I've noticed, we've gotten into the game quite a ways now, and I'm starting to gravitate toward the items and the shinobi tools that I just prefer, that I instinctively prefer. And I've been trying to spend some time working on a variety of these upgrades, but we've just, I don't know, for whatever reason, I fall into my own play style, which is probably a lot of players. You fall into what you know and what you're familiar with and what you gravitate toward. And things like Mist Raven and the axe, the spear, these other upgrades, maybe we'll focus more on them when we're doing New Game Plus or something like that. But the Shuriken has been a tried and true. We have used that one. It has felt like a very natural complement to our playstyle, because you have a very strong ranged tool that can take out some, thin the crowd of doggos or other enemies before you jump into the fray. And I like the idea of going for this ultimate upgrade on the Shuriken. We'll be interested to see if we get something additional from you at some point. We're gonna need a lot more carp scales. We've now spent our accumulation of carp scales, so we'll see if I'm assuming that the lake here in the Fountainhead Palace, once we have taken out the lightning bombardier and we have access to the lake, that there will be an abundant supply of carp scales. I'm hoping that's the case. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to purchase all of these mask fragments, and I don't know how important those are. They're a key item. I've got to think they're related to Tomoe in some way, but I don't know exactly if they're supposed to give like an alternate ending or how they would play into things. We'll see if we can still afford them all. I think for now, I want to play with the Lazulite Shuriken. I do need to get some coin purses popped. I forgot about that part. Let's go ahead and do that. We need 3,000, right? So let's go ahead and just sell some items here. Sell some coin purses. We have so many coin purses now. It's time, I think, to start cashing in some of them. So let's do a bulging. I actually have 3 of those, and then we can do 3 of these, and we'll go really precise here, and we'll sell something like oil that we have a ton of. 3,000 almost exactly on the dime. Good enough. 3,000 and 2. Let's get the final Shuriken upgrade. Lazulite Shuriken. Piercing edge heavily damages vitality and damages vitality and posture even if guarded. These blades do not slow down even after striking an enemy. The lazulite blue trail of light it emits in flight is reminiscent of a shooting star. Let's get it. We have just enough of all of those things, and we get Lazuline. Is it? So we got an achievement for getting one of these It said Lazuline in the achievement, but these clearly say Lazulite. So a little bit of a typo there, maybe. But either way, we have spent Lapis Lazuli in order to get an upgrade, and let's go ahead and equip this, because I feel like we're actually going to be using this upgrade quite a bit. Now, it might... Oh, shit, it only costs 1 spirit emblem. That's even cooler. I was sort of assuming, like, we had 2 spirit emblems with the Phantom Kunai. I was thinking it's probably going to be the same with this. Send Throw as well was 2 spirit emblems. We haven't even tried this ability. That might have been... This could be something, right? We have this option, like, when we're in the middle of Fountainhead Palace and we have a whole bunch of Send that we don't know what to do with, or don't want to go back to spend, we can always throw this on the bar. But Lazulite Shuriken, let's get this. See, I got this upgrade last time and I didn't even try it out. But I think Lazulite Shuriken is going to be the way to go for us. So, with that said, we have our upgrades in place. We have spent our Sen. Let's head back to the Fountainhead Palace. And I think we're going to try to take on the group that is on the platform. Let's see if we can head back here. The group that is on... The group of enemies that was all hanging out together. We'll run through the geckos here. I think the geckos here were doing a little bit of damage. I think they were doing just a little bit, but it was very, very incidental. But the group of enemies out here, I want to try to take them on. Don't think the geckos are coming our way. So I noticed there are a couple archer enemies down here. Something else that I should talk about real quickly that I had recognized later. I did not recognize it at the time, but as I was doing video editing on the last episode, I noticed that these archers, one of the ones that I was battling over near the bull, had Genichiro's moves. Or maybe it's the case that Genichiro has their moves. Or they've all maybe trained under Lady Tomoe in some way. But I could tell that he was firing the bow very much like Genichiro. And also, I think he had like a sword move that was the kind of the Makiri counterable move from the final phase of the Genichiro fight. So that's a really cool touch. Obviously, they got the lightning attacks as well. It's going to be only a matter of time, I think, before we are facing off against Genichiro again, and I'm very anxious to see how that's going to be. So with this group of enemies down here, what I think we're going to do is we're going to use our Blood Smoke, and we're going to try to get several of them taken out. I think we'll go for the Halberd guys first if we can. But let's see if we can even just get down here. Okay. I was wondering if we were going to be aggroing any enemies. But I think we are... Let's see if there's any over here. There's the enemies that were up in the building above us, I think, that we fought last time, but I don't know that they're going to get engaged. So can I just sneak up on all of you here? And we'll see if we can just take several blood smokes here, just to get rid of a bunch of you. So the blood smoke didn't quite get you. But we're not... There's somebody from behind. Those archers did come into the battle, and we got shocked. Okay. Let's try to get to a spot here where we are not going to immediately die. Okay. I hear the lightning. Wow. Okay. So the archers must have been the ones that we saw on the other side, and they're sort of trained, or they come into the fight. They come into the fight. The unseen aid is nice there. We have we just spent all our sen, but we do have a little bit of experience that we had accumulated. So I think if we do this fight, if we try this fight again, but we take out the archers first, we should be okay. They were really the only variable there that I had not accounted for. I think we could have taken care of the fight if we had dispatched of these two. I think they were the only wild card that really threw things off. Apparently you can't sneak up on them, unfortunately. You're already dead, though? Okay, can't close the distance there. Was not able to close the distance there. These arrows do a lot of damage. I would like to get a death blow there, please. Now, maybe it was the two up here though. Let's drink before I forget. But maybe it was these two. The ones that we fought on this bridge up here last time may have been the ones who got into the action over here. Is that the case? Now, the one thing that did not happen here that I was sort of expecting that was going to happen, I thought that this person in purple was going to be a double death blow enemy, and that we were going to be blocked from getting the sculptor's idol. Do we want to just run for the sculptor's idol? We can try to do that, but I kind of want to take out the enemies. I just don't want another two getting into the fight. These two are over here now. Can I get up? I don't think I have a grapple point from this angle. Let's check the other side. But maybe they are far enough away now where they're not going to get aggroed like before. Let's try to do that again, though. Let's see if we can do that again. We take out the halberd enemies first. We take priority on them because... Let's actually see if we can get you... No! Okay, there it is. You dropped Dragon Spring Sake. Okay. It felt like you were going to be the toughest enemy there. So that's nice. I think you actually gave us Spirit Emblems as well. I thought I was out of ninjutsu, so I could have done one there. Now this time there was not, we didn't have two archers coming into the battle, so I don't know if they came from up above or from this level that we're on here. But either way, that was more how I had envisioned that going in the first place. Okay, Dragon Spring Sake is a nice pickup. I was sort of wondering if we were going to get more of those. And now we have another Sculptor's Idol. Excellent. Great Sakura. Talking about the tree here. This is the Great Sakura tree. Yeah, I can see it now. Obviously, we've seen it from a distance as well. But I've really, when I've been thinking about this area, my primary objective has been you. You have been the foremost thought in my mind, and getting you out of the way. Now, I will admit that off camera, as I was picking up those couple other items, I had looked around just a little bit more over to this direction, and I saw, we can put our, oops, we'll put our, monocular back on the bar. I had seen you. Hello there. You could actually be a vendor. I was thinking you might be a tough enemy, but now that I see you, there's a possibility. You have a very, wow, the tentacles, or the beard and the glowy hands and everything, you really remind me of a brain sucker from Bloodborne. Much more so than any of the other enemies so far. Why is everybody turning into fish? Why in the world is that going on? Somebody answer me that question. But there is also, I think I saw a Sculptor's Idol down there, so that might be another place to just make a beeline for. We have the Shichimen Warrior as well, which I would like to try to deal with. First and foremost, though, can we take care of you? Okami leader Shizu. You are a double death blow enemy. So I don't think I hit you there. Oh. You do not have much posture. We can actually just finish this. All right. Not quite Miss Noble, but not too far off. I was trying to do the lightning reversal there. She has a long windup with the lightning attacks, and so I was jumping way too early. But then I think I got lightning reversal on one of them, but I wasn't close enough to actually turn it back on her. Either way, not too much of a hassle. And now we have a prayer bead. We have a prayer bead, and now I think we have the lake open to us. Excellent. So there is, oh my god, there is so much potentially to explore. I'm seeing an enemy down here. Maybe. Could also be an NPC. Sort of maybe looks like the old lady that we found over here on our way through the first time. All right, that feels good. That is a major obstacle to have cleared out of our way in terms of opening up exploration in the zone. So now where to? I think what we'll do now... Wow, we got so much... We get so much experience and so much money in this area. It's kind of wild. Is there no grapple point going back, though? I guess I have to go down, huh? There really is no grapple point up here. I guess I'm going down, though, to where those dogs are. We can try out our Lazulite Shuriken. Cool. We're not obviously, you know, it's not the best test case against the dogs that already died. Almost certainly we're already dying to the gouging top. We need to try it against a tougher enemy. But I like the look of it. Litecoin first, nice. Like, are they fish doggos? When I saw them at first, these sunken faces didn't really necessarily remind me of fish, but I guess that is just what's going on. Everybody and everything is turning into something fish-related. We should probably just go over here to this other sculptor's idol, shouldn't we? Except maybe we can't. Maybe there's also no grappling points. That bridge over there is broken. I don't think we could get up there. Obviously don't know for sure. I guess let's explore a bit down here. I'm not sure how much of this we actually checked out. I think I might have been scared of the lightning grenadier. Feels nice to get that challenge out of the way, though. I think I might have already checked most of this, though. There are grapple points here. So now some of this is going to take us into range of enemies. Yeah, because we have respawned. We have respawned all of the enemies from before. So I think I want to be focused on this side. Focusing on the areas that we haven't done yet. I am so not used to the fact that I can actually kill two dogs with one shuriken. One of them dropped some precious bait. Wow. Where are we supposed to use that, though? Where the hell do we use the precious bait? Now, this here is leading us right to the Shichimen warrior. What I was hoping to see if we could get, like, a plunging death blow on this guy. It might be... You know what? I forgot, of course. We have a sculptor's idol up here. We have a sculptor's idol up here now. Let's just go back, actually, to the one... Let's go back to this one, and then we will go to... Trying to think which one it would be easier to go to the little cliff that's above the Shichimen warrior. I don't think the game... It feels like... We should try. I don't know for sure, because there was the chained ogre in the castle that actually would have had a plunging death blow if I had done it correctly. I really don't want to run past all these enemies. What we're going to do is we're going to travel to the Pot Noble, and we'll go from there. And I don't think either of the previous Shichimen warriors were in a position for us to get a plunging death blow. So it could be that they are vulnerable to it. So we'll try to do that real quick. Let me run over here to the position that I was before. There is another level here as well that looks like maybe you can explore. No, you can't. Never mind. I think this gets us down. I think this got us down to the... This gets us down to the level that's above the warrior. I thought there was another level here in between the floors, but it didn't seem like we could actually access it, so maybe it's nothing. Or not a thing that you can actually explore. I took a little bit of fall damage, which is maybe okay. Especially if we can actually get a plunging death blow on you. Nope. Of course not. Of course not. Dude, this is a terrible place to fight you. This is an absolutely terrible place to fight you because you can't run around. And the terror has already built up. My goodness. The warrior is backed into a corner. Maybe it's okay. Let's reduce. Let's get our terror built up. Build up. Let's get that taken care of. So what do we want to do for our items? What do we want to do? Shuriken? Maybe? We can see how the Shuriken do against you. And we'll have our Akko's Sugar. We'll have Akko's Sugar actually... We'll keep this one as the pacifying agent. And then we'll go to the menu for Akko's Sugar. I don't love this position against the Shichimen warrior though. Oh, I forgot to just take the pacifying agent. That's my bad. I forgot about that attack. And I don't think we actually have... So we actually can't... Not a great start. We cannot hide behind... We cannot hide behind the... Shit. I really need to be close to you. This is gonna suck. This is going to absolutely suck. Already dead. Wow. I had not thought about the fact that he is in a much more confined space right here. That makes that fight 10 times harder and 10 times more annoying. Do I want to do this right now then? Maybe we'll hold off on the Shichimen Warrior rematch for just a minute. We'll put that to the side. Let's first explore. Let's explore in a separate direction here. Man. Oh. I am not looking forward to that. I think I was just really caught off guard by the fact that it's such a different, like, the moves are the same. We've done the fights before. There's been so many repeat fights in the game. And once you get into the flow, you're just doing that fight once again. However, that narrow enclosed space that allows the terror to build up so much more quickly, your maneuverability is so greatly constrained. Yuck. We're gonna have to figure that one out. For the moment, let's see if we can make our way over to this other platform. We're not probably going to be able to... How are we going to get there? That is a good question. I don't want to go this way. Let's go this way again. We could also explore the water, right? Exploring the water could be a play. I just realized there's an item down here. Maybe that's where we should start. Bulging coin purse is nice. There is a potential boss fight. If my theory about the bulging, what am I thinking? The big fish that ate the bridge last time. That's got to be out here, right? Let me explore a little bit over here above water first. If there is an easy way, there probably is not an easy way to get to this sculptor's idol. It would make more sense if they're gonna put you through, make you go through a little bit more exploration before getting to that. I'm just seeing where the connecting point would be. How do we get across? I might be overthinking this. There's an item down there. Let's get that. I'm probably overthinking this. That's probably the most... I forgot there's doggos here. Of course, there are doggos there that respawn. So there was an item here, right? Where did I see that? Oh, it's right here. Heavy coin purse. Let's check over here and see if there is a... The stupid Shichiman warrior, of course, is here, but I wanted to see if there was a grapple point across to the other side, which it doesn't... There doesn't appear to be, and I don't really see... I'm not really seeing how we climb up. Oh, you two are both right here. I guess we could take you out real quick. Take one of you out at least. There we go. Now, it's interesting. I think I might have said... I think I might have said the... that the Okami leader, Shizu, I think I might have said that she was a double death blow enemy. When what I really should have said is that she was a mini-boss. I think I use that term interchangeably sometimes, because most of the mini-bosses in the game have kind of been double death blow enemies. That has been the norm, no doubt. But that name is super interesting. Okami leader Shizu. The Okami warrior women were mentioned, right, in this... We had this long time ago talking about... Let me see if I can find it here. Got to go through all of our... I think it was the Gunfort Shrine Key, right. Sunken Valley, right, the Snake Eyes Guns. This elite group of women are descendants of the ancient Okami clan. Now, I could be saying that wrong. It might be Okami. Although, isn't that what Kuro calls us? Okami-o. There's probably a subtle difference there that I'm missing. But this is very interesting if this is who we're dealing with here, the Okami warrior women. I think that might be the case, and they've all started to turn into fish. What the hell happened to all of you? And is Tomoe one of you? I keep thinking of Tomoe because the connection to Genichiro, right? Did not mean to do that. Right now, though, either way, I do not see a way across. Unless there's supposed to be a ledge there. How are we connecting over here? Maybe it's in the water. And maybe that's what we need to be doing, is we need to be focused on getting to the water. I'm gonna quickly... No, we're not gonna be able to get up that ledge. Let me just see. Let's just quickly try. But this is way too short, right? Or we're way too... Well, it's actually closer than I thought. But I don't think this is designed for you to just jump up. It feels like there's some other way that they're trying to get you to get to this portion. And maybe it is through the water. We can look around a little bit here. Let's dive below and see. I can immediately see an item there, as well as a fish. Although that looked like that was a divine carp. They're giving us some tall grass here to hide in. This is the biggest underwater area that we've had so far. The treasure carp, though, appears right away. More precious bait. What are we going to be doing with this? What are we going to be doing with the precious bait? Is it possible that we're supposed to, like, jump out of the water? Hello. Treasure carp scale, the restocking of the treasure carp scales has begun. This place is huge. My goodness. There is so much potentially to explore here, and maybe that's where we have to explore. Because right now, unless if there is a... Oh, there's a person here. I thought maybe there might be a grapple point, but there is just a person there waiting with a bow. At the moment, I am not... There is a grapple point. Can I reach that grapple point? It's kind of far away. Let's try this move. The move that we had done before, where we sort of... That really doesn't get us a lot of height, does it? It's more... I don't quite understand if there is, like, utility attached to that move. At the moment, I am at a loss as to how we get into this area. They are not making it easy at all. There don't seem to be any grapple points anywhere around here that I can see. Could there be some sort of secret underwater tunnel? That could be it, actually. Now that I think of it, there could be potentially some sort of underwater tunnel here, and maybe where we need to go in order to get up there is actually down somewhere. It might not be right here, but it might be somewhere out in the lake. So, I've been very curious to explore the lake. It's only a matter of deciding how to attack it. Oh, there's an enemy somewhere. Oh, it's the archer up on the bridge. Why don't we go ahead and head out here and see if this person is an enemy? Never mind, there is a giant enemy out there. There is a giant fish. I thought at first that there was another archer that was coming into range, but that giant fish is out there. Can we still make it here? I think this is an NPC that we can talk to. I cannot target you. This giant fish scared the crap out of me. It is lurking out here, isn't it? That's going to be the next obstacle in our ability to explore. Now, maybe it is only in certain areas of the lake. Maybe over here. Let's talk to you and see if we can get more intel on this. I'm trying. Okay, that kind of confirms the theory that I was starting to form, since clearly they want us to get to this at some point, but I don't know how to get there. And that leaves only the underwater, really? So that makes sense. The more important question, actually, is how the hell did you get out here? I just thought of this. You're complaining about the limitations of your body. They clearly wasn't limited enough to swim out here, was it? So it does appear as though she's kind of she's making me think a little bit of, who was it in Bloodborne, the guy in the DLC, Simon, where he kind of moved along through the zone as you made progress. She kind of reminds me a little bit of that, because I think it's the same lady that we saw over in the one of the areas over here, maybe Mibu Manor. It's at least the same character model. Okay, how do we want to do this then? I think what I want to do is I want to work up a little bit more experience first. So I might do just a little bit of grinding, and then we will, I think, start exploring from the other end of the lake. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and... Just the sight of that giant fish, I don't really want to get into combat with a potential boss right now. So let's make our way over to... Not the dilapidated temple. I guess it'll do in this case. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to head to like Mibu Manor or one of these places that we've been before in the Fountainhead Palace and do just a little bit of grinding. We get so much experience here. Let me work up to the next experience point, and then we will start exploring under the water. All right, just going to grab a couple more upgrades here with some of the sen that we've accrued. We get so much of it at the Fountainhead Palace. God damn. Let's just grab Piercing Sabemaru. And let's get the, I should have popped, I needed to sell something a little bit more here before I did that. I was going to grab one of these 600 items. We're very close to it. Just need to sell something very quickly here. Just need to sell a little bit of, what do I want to sell? Maybe some antidote powder or some dousing powder. It feels like we used this the least. Just sell 2 of those. Good enough. And we'll just grab the other shield upgrade. Oh, no, it was a finger upgrade. The finger is an interesting one if we can get this malcontent at some point. Interested to try that back in the, where we found the guardian ape. Or maybe somewhere near that. But for now, we have spent our sen. Okay, I think we'll actually start from over on this end, near the flower viewing stage. It kind of makes sense to me to start from this end and work our way out toward the main part of the lake. So let's see what we can find over here. We will have to be on the lookout. Now when we dive underwater, we have to be thinking of, is Headless going to be... Is Headless going to be down there somewhere? There's potentially one more Headless enemy lurking somewhere. But that lady that we talked to, the NPC, did kind of confirm the theory that all of a sudden I had. Because if we weren't able to get up to that spot by normal means, we had to be able to get there somewhere, right? And an underwater cave makes sense as the only other option. Battling with the fish, though, a little bit awkward. A little bit awkward compared to normal enemies, especially because they can be a little hard to keep track of. Get the item down here, though. Looks like it's a little bit more of a special item. Head lump. I think we have 4 of these now. It is potentially a very strong item that I just have not used yet. It is a little scary not being able to use your resurrection. However, if you're using it after you've already consumed a res, then maybe that is the proper way. All right, there is what appears to be a treasure carp in the middle of this school. Maybe there's multiple. Wow, this really goes deep, doesn't it? Can I get the treasure carp first? No, they really hit the road. Try not to get surrounded completely by you. You might be a little scary in the a school of all of you could be a little bit problematic. I can always deflect. I think we do have the ability to deflect underwater. Can you please stop being so dang... so dang dodgy. This is such a different mode of exploration. Like it's kind of my brain is not used to this. Like I know we had like an entire episode where we were backtracking and finding these places that we had explored before, but none of them was nearly as big, anywhere close to as big as this. So now I have to think in so many directions in terms of segmenting my my how I kind of process and structure my exploration through a zone. It's just a little bit of a different thought process that we have not had most of the game. I'll have to figure out how to get that treasure carp at some point. There is such a big area here potentially. And I'm also a little bit on edge, not knowing for sure where this big fish is going to be on our case. Probably not over here. Probably in the shallower areas where we're going to be safe from that sort of a thing. Safe from the big fish getting aggro to us. We've been in this area before. Oh, here's another treasure carp, which it is harder for us to be seen when we're in the tall grass, which is maybe why they're giving it to us. But then we can strike. Nice. There are potentially a ton of scales here to be had. We can also just come from behind. If they don't see us coming, the carp scale is ours. I think this is where our friend was doing their meditation slash Tai Chi or whatever. Although I think Tai Chi is supposed to be a Chinese thing, isn't it? So I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. Can I go up here? There is an item here. Adamantite scrap. There was somebody else aggroing to me. It's just another treasure carp. There's a couple of you down here. How did... It looked like you both had your backs turned to me. How did one see me and the other didn't? I don't quite get that. There is an item there in the distance. Let's go ahead and get in the tall grass. Or the tall seaweed. Get the drop on you. So we're kind of getting back to where we started the zone here. We'll take a look again quickly to see if we have missed anything. But yeah, we would have come up to the water here, and I think even when I started the zone, I was sort of saving the water. I was like, okay, we'll explore the water at some point. Right now, let's stay on the shallower. Let's stay on the dry land, or as much dry land as there is in this area. All right, are we gonna run into the giant fish here at some point? Brave wax. So far, no giant carp. Dive back down. This place is very big, but there's not a ton. Well, we're not finding like any unusual enemies so far. The giant carp is really the only one that is kind of deviated from just the normal fish, and we haven't had to go into combat with it yet. Head for this item. All the grave wax here. And now we get back to where we had entered the water in the first place. Okay, so now I guess let's check over here. We're still pretty healthy. So if we do have a fight in front of us, this is not a bad spot. I'll check over here quickly. Just, I don't think I quite explored over here. Also potentially, I say shelter, but I don't think this, maybe it would have been shelter from the lightning Okami leader. I'm so ready for this thing to pop out, but maybe it's already left this area. Maybe the animation, or there's the cave. That's the cave. Okay. It looked like the animation when we saw the giant carp, it looked like it went over in this direction. It is interesting, all the debris, though, that's everywhere. As though this giant fish has just kind of wrecked the place. It adds up. Why aren't you giving me a ceramic shard? I don't think that's going to be much use against a giant carp. It does look like this is maybe the way forward. This is the cave that gets us into that other area. We'll check that out last. Let's continue here. I thought maybe the bottom of the lake would be the place where the carp would be hanging out, but maybe not. Let's head down here and find out. There does appear to be a giant skeleton down there, though, with something glowing. Are those aren't centipedes, are they? I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm on edge more than normal. I think I do know why, though. It's just because, like I said, this is exploring underwater like this is such a change of pace. We're kind of exposed. We don't have the normal shinobi like hiding spots and stealth abilities. And I also can't use my monocular right now because I want to take a closer look. It feels like I see not just this fish. I see some items. I see a treasure chest, but I also see what appear to be two enemies. There's one to the left of me that's kind of glowing like an apparition, and then there's one over here. They look like they might be headless. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, did I really just curse myself when I mentioned earlier that we might have to be careful about headless underwater? Did I really just bring that upon myself? But why is there like one that looks like a ghost? This is the worst. I shouldn't jump to conclusions. We need to get closer and see. We're getting a lot of precious bait. I hope we can figure out how to use that at some point. I really wish I could take a closer look. But I don't think I can get a closer look until we just get up and see what is going on here. It is headless. But why is there another one? That's what I'm a little worried about right now, is if the other one is going to get involved. There's another one. How am I supposed to do this with two of you? I'm so confused, or I'm so not sure how to handle this. We almost just died because I took a hit. I was so focused on the terror that I forgot about my health. We're actually dealing with Headless. But there's like a second one. So I'm not even immediately sure. I guess we should try. Okay, I did just get a new skill point and spend all my sen. So us dying here is not much of a penalty. We should just get in and try to experiment here and go for the one over here and see. So you do not have nearly as much health, but we also can't just... It's tough with two of you because how do I... I can do it if I don't get greedy. I can't use stuff underwater, so the terror is either going to happen... Well, the terror did happen. We're close to killing you. Can I get it? Can I get a kill on you and then get my resurrection back? Yes, I can. Okay, so now we should be able to do the fight that we did before. We should be able to. Let's go ahead and drink. This should be the fight that we did in the moat in the castle was all about just not being greedy. As soon as you dodge an attack, you go in for a hit and then you get out of there because you really have no health. And you really just need to swim away after you get one hit. You literally go for just one hit at a time and then you get away. And I think that's a formula we can do when there's only one of you to deal with. I just momentarily get caught off guard when there's just a new... Dealing with two of you and not... I was also not sure if I was going to be able to damage it. If it was an actual... Because it looked like a ghost. Was it actually going to be an apparition type enemy? Okay, that's the big vortex attack, I guess, which we still have not been hit by. Did I stagger you? I maybe could have gone for another hit there. But this is it. This is it. We just follow the pattern now. We go a little bit more in a circle when that stuff happens. Because we really don't want to get hit by all of those. I kind of got a little lucky there, I feel. That's one we can go in afterwards. Just stay the course here. This is the most annoying attack, because you have to kind of stay on the move for a while. Again, really? You are really spamming this attack on me, aren't you? Fuck you, Headless. Seriously. I'm getting so impatient at the end here. Those things I thought would have been gone by then. This is the worst attack. I hate it. It's so annoying. Oh my god, really? I just want to get in the last couple hits on you, and you're seriously spamming this attack right now. Fuck you, Headless. Get out. Oh, there is so much terror building up right now. Hold on. Okay. Maybe that was just leftover terror from before, and that was the death animation. For some reason, I thought terror was building up, and that you were going to have the last laugh with your terror oozing death rattle. Yakurishu... There was actually a fifth one. Yashiriku's Spirit Fall. Costs 3. Gachin's and Yashiriku's costs 3. I mean, it could be the most powerful one. If we're willing to take the risk one of these times, that attack power boost could be worth it. I don't know. I don't know. Risk reward. God damn it, they actually did another underwater Headless. Holy fuck. Oh, why? Why? I'm honestly a little bit annoyed that that was something that they decided to do. We get to take a closer look now at this corpse and see the luminescent... What in the world are they? I really wish I could use my monocular. They do kind of look like centipedes. It's hard to tell, but the legs I see on one of them over here, it looks like it's got centipede legs. But they would be an underwater version, wouldn't they? Treasure Carp. Scales. Nice. And a chest. Prayer bead? Potentially? It is a prayer bead. Excellent. So we have 2 prayer beads now. We got our last spirit fall. We are making some progress here. Headless, so I guess kind of just leaves me a little speechless though. I really hope that that's the last one. I really hope that's the last one. Oh, freaking Headless. Freaking Headless. Let's look over here. There is an item here. Nice. Coin purse. Okay, so they didn't save the giant carp for the bottom of the lake. They saved something far worse? Question mark. Got a couple of these treasure carp here that we still need to take care of. I think the best way is probably to get the drop on them from above. Wait for them to respawn and then come in from above. Hard to say though. They seem to be able to see us right away though. So where is the best spot to get these? Maybe the best idea is just to go straight up to him. Like that. Just knock him out. Knock him out straight away. Don't even screw around. So we'll wait for this one here. It's just a little bit annoying when you can't get the target lock on him right away, but that's totally fine. Okay, you could actually get that lock from further away than I thought. I think maybe it's because I was underneath them before I couldn't get it. Okay, time to see what is lurking in the cave. And maybe we want to even hide in the tall grass. Ah, that is... fuck. Well, there's a giant carp. There's a giant carp, as we suspected. Wow. My goodness, that thing is massive. Okay. How are we going to deal with you? I meant to dive down into the Okay. How did he not get me? Can I not hit you? Is this a fight or no? I'm getting music, but I'm not seeing a health bar. There's no health bar, and I'm wondering if this is like the giant snake. It might be just like the giant snake where we're just supposed to, like, not even worry about you and just get to a hiding spot. Although I'm afraid, I'm thinking you're probably going to be able to get us in the hiding spots. Or if you've spotted us, that is. Okay, all right. I misdiagnosed that situation. I think I've had this idea, or I've been hopeful that we would have underwater combat. We have had underwater combat, but it's been with Headless. I was hoping for some situations where we would actually be fighting a giant fish. I think that's what I was hoping. Let's actually go... This is fine. We can just swim from here. But I think instead we're supposed to treat the giant carp as actually just like the giant snake and actually try to sneak through. It might not be quite as... The snake encounter, at least the first one in Serpent Valley, definitely felt, as you moved from location to location, it felt like the snake was kind of going to... It was in these staged positions, and there were going to be particular reactions depending on where you were in the level. Will that be the case with this as well? Let's find out. Can I just go straight for the tall grass? Okay. So there you are. The question is going to be, how do I stay out of sight? I think that path that we had followed before is what we want to be doing. We just want to figure out what the patrol pattern is for the fish. Like right now, it feels like it would be a good time for us to go, but that it was directly on its way back. So we would have been right in its path. So maybe now is the way to go, or the time to go. We just want to go when it's not looking, right? And then we can be over here out of its field of vision. They're giving us these windows to be able to see. Oh my god, you come so close. Am I trying to go for the building on the other side? Or do I want to go for the building that's over here to the right? Not sure. Fail. I thought it was going to go further away. I thought it was going to go further away. Are we spotted right now? I guess we've gone back to not being spotted. So now we need to go somewhere into this building above us. Let's wait a little bit here and try to see its patterns. So it comes close. I also saw that there were some items down below. But this might be one of the... It might be the same sort of thing with the snake that we need to get through first. And so this will, like, go away. And then we can explore later. What is above us, actually? If we were to go to the surface right now, I wonder... Okay, let's go ahead and go up here. No. How did you spot us? I thought for sure you would have been in the other direction, but I guess we made it out. I thought you had made your way further away from us. We got spotted, but it was still far enough away where I don't know if you could have. I don't think you could have fit through here, could you? Okay, a little bit of a heart-pounding situation, but I think we survived. I do at some point want to go back though, because there are items in here. And I just want to see quickly, is the fish still here? I'm also getting my L2 and R2 mixed up a little bit. L2 is elevate. Yeah, you are still here. Okay. So I don't know what we're going to do to get rid of the fish. Maybe we have to explore that area with the fish there, if we want to get those items. We'll think about that. For now, we have made it to, I guess, the other side of the palace. Keeping an eye out for potential enemies. No enemies at the moment. Ooh, there is the rock formation that we had seen from the distance. We are closer to that now. Now here, I think, might be where there's a sculptor's idol. This is the spot on the other side of the... all the fun nonsense that is going on in this building here. With all of these... the nobles. I think we can open up this door. We had seen this door that was closed from the other side. Can we actually target you? I couldn't target you, so I wasn't sure for a second if you were actually an enemy or not. Let's open this door. Oh my goodness, they have even more limbs than their counterparts. Is that true? Am I seeing that right? I feel like they have more limbs than before, but maybe that was the red versions have more limbs, like 4 arms Maybe you have even more than that. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. Luckily, they're not the hardest enemies ever. We got our door open as well that connects us back to this part. And with the stupid Shichimen warrior still bugging out. So now, do we have the... I guess we have the ability to explore in here. And there is somebody dead on the floor. There's a chest in here. I guess let's get the chest. I thought maybe there might be a tough enemy for a second. But if you're going to give me a chest, I will take it. I will take my... It's not my 10th gourd seed, but it is going to get me my 10th gourd. That's kind of what I was hoping. I don't know why I guess I thought it was going to be another prayer bead. But then part of me was also maybe hoping that it was going to be another gourd seed. Also, what the fuck is going on in here? I guess you were being munched on by these other dudes, weren't you? That's what the deal is. These corpses look like the Okami warrior women, and they're all in here being eaten by the nobles. Having the youth sucked out of them? Question mark. What the hell is going on in here? I am gonna come for you at some point. I just don't want to deal with a Shichimen warrior. I've already had to deal with Headless today. I don't think I can take the Shichimen warrior as well. What the hell is in here? The opening to the next stage of the zone, huh? So I guess this is where... Aha! Here we go. I was trying to think for a second. How am I going to get over to this other side? But maybe we still don't get here from there. No, we can. There's a grapple point. I was wondering, how am I going to get over to this other part of the level? The fact that this fight glitches you into it momentarily. The fact that the fight is glitched in that manner is so... There are some parts of Sekiro that I have to admit. The game has been so much fun. But man, does it have some serious... There are some serious shortcomings sometimes that really... that I am really not a fan of. In general, I think probably the biggest complaint that I've had is the return or the repeat enemies. Like, it's bad enough when you maybe not bad enough is not the right term, but the fact that you've done it with, you know, bosses more than once. Corrupted Monk, I kind of give a pass to because I did enjoy the second iteration, the True Monk. I really enjoyed that fight a lot and thought that it was a nice... It felt enough of a difference, enough of a progression that I was... I found it to be an interesting and engaging fight. But 5 versions of Headless, 2 of them underwater, and now 3 Shichimen warriors. I think that's probably the biggest complaint that I've had with the game. But then when the fight bugs out, it bugs out and it at least it's not fully going into combat with us and we have terror orbs chasing us across the screen. That's not happening. Okay, there's nothing else on this roof. Let's focus on exploring this new section. We know there's a sculptor's idol down there. We might just make a run for that. That might not be a bad idea. There was an enemy over here, I thought. Maybe it might just be a dog underneath. Curious open area where we could be ambushed, but we're not. Okay. I feel like you're an NPC. Can I target you? I can't target you from here. Can I target you from down here? I think this guy might be an NPC. Let's grab the Sculptor's Idol. The fact that you're by a Sculptor's Idol really makes me think that you are an NPC. I don't think we need to rest. I can't target you. Yeah. All this stuff around as well made me think that you might be a vendor. Whoa, look at this guy though. You kind of have the eyes are kind of looking like the dogs. The glowy hands and feet. It's kind of a cool look, actually. How's it going, dude? Can you tell me what the fuck is going on here? Okay, this is our first hint at what the precious bait had mentioned, the bell being rung. Which fish are you talking about, though? Are we talking about feeding you? Or the giant carp? It's gotta be the giant carp, right? How do I feed it? It obviously I could feed myself to it. But that, I'm not a fan of that method. The bell must be rung? Okay, what the hell is he talking about? So he's not a vendor, at least not at the moment. And also, I don't know what... Master, feed it. The bell must be rung. Okay, let's take another look here at... Let's take another look at our precious bait, see if we can make heads or tails of this. Ring the bell, drop the bait. Do I still have... I had a bell, didn't I? It's this elusive hall bell, but I can't use this. I don't think I have any other bell that I can use, do I? Is it a bell in the area somewhere? This thing? This is more like a gong, if anything. Is there a bell nearby that I haven't found? We're gonna have to maybe think about that one. Let's go take care of the enemy that we know is up here. Take you out. Get the item. Heavy coin purse. Check around over here. What the hell are we gonna do about this bell? Ring the bell. Feed the master. I'm definitely... It's got to be talking about the giant carp. Right? But how does ringing a bell work into that? Is there something nearby here that I'm not seeing or haven't seen yet? That ragdoll I thought was going to be an actual enemy. There's an item here I missed. I guess I must have killed that enemy though. This is at the very least, a more convenient sculptor's idol for taking on the stupid Shichimen warrior. So I guess we have that going for us. Doggo? Couple doggos. I'm liking the Lazulite Shuriken. There is an item down there that we haven't got yet. But I don't see a bell. Am I supposed to be seeing a bell here? Maybe it's further up. Maybe it's a bell. Or no, wait a second. Hold on. There's a bell right here. There is a bell right here. Okay. Let's try it out. Let's ring the bell. Let's use the precious bait first. Let's see what happens with that. Okay. Interesting. I'm curious to see what happens with the truly precious bait as well, but... Okay. I want to think about this for a moment. How do we want to approach this? So we've given one precious bait. We have so many of these. We also have the truly precious bait. Ring the bell, drop the bait. Now that didn't immediately get us anything, did it? The truly precious bait. He who receives the scales of the carp becomes closer to a carp himself. I bestow unto you my secret treasure. Are we just supposed to feed everything? Let's see if this guy has anything different now that we fed one. He will be joyous. Happy, happy. Oh, you give me carp scales. Maybe you did that because I gave one precious bait. Let's try doing another precious bait and see if we get a carp scale. Doing a little fish science here. It's nice that you don't jump out of the water and eat me. But here, have another precious bait. What are we actually? Oh yeah, it's the slugs, right? Okay, so we did one more of those. Now let's see if we get one carp scale. That does appear to be what's going on. We're not just getting one carp scale, we're getting 3. Hold on a second. We're getting... Where do these are under... We already have 13 of these again. So we spent all of our carp scales at the start of the episode, right? And now we already have 13 again between the carp that we killed in the water. Felt like there were maybe like 6 or 7 of those. And now it looks like we're getting 3 treasure carps, 3 scales per precious bait. Or special, what is the name again here? Hold on. We have so many items. Yeah, it is called precious bait. Well, let's try the truly precious bait. Will it give me a whole bunch of carp scales, or is it going to give me something even? Is it going to be a really special item that we can somehow use with the Hirata Noble? It's all starting to make sense now. Let's see what happens with the truly precious bait. Oh, okay. The fact that it gives me another menu here suggests that we might get something similar from the other pot noble. Is this a choice that we have to make? Like, if we do the pot noble Harunagas, are we still going to be able to do the other pot noble later? Okay, what I'm going to quickly do before I do this, actually, I'm going to wait. Let me go ahead and cash in my other carp scales. Or the other precious bait. Because there is also the thought that maybe the giant carp goes away at some point. Like, if I give him a truly precious bait, he's gone for good. So, just in case I screw that up, let's go ahead and just do all our precious bait. And make sure we get our carp scales no matter what. If I can use 2 at a time, I'm going to see if I can get 2 at a time and get 6 in return. You never know exactly how these things work. Like, I'm thinking of like the nest in, is it Dark Souls 2? I don't remember what they were called, but the little silky smooth guys. If you did too many of an item, they wouldn't actually transform them all or something. Must not grow fat? Oh no. Uh-oh. I gave too many, huh? Oh, I fucked up. Or is it because I'm doing it right now? Okay, so we did too many. I don't know if that's because I did 2 at a time or because I already had done 2 before. So maybe this is something we need to like zone away and come back to. Let's do a little bit of science here. Let's travel to a different place and we'll come back. There, yeah, it could have been two things there. It could have been either because we had already fed 2 precious bait, and maybe once you do that, you can't do a third. But I had also tried to do 3 and 4 at once. And maybe it gets mad if you... It's called the feeding grounds. And then we have the palace grounds up above. But maybe if you feed 2 at a time, he also gets mad and he says you got to do it in moderation. Ah, so maybe he's reached his limit for now. Okay, so if I ring the bell, does he come back? He does come back. So he'll keep eating our bait. But I don't think we want to do it now. Let's wait for the moment. Yeah, I don't know if I screwed things up. Because I think it did feed him the precious bait, so we might have missed out on a whole bunch of carp scales, which is unfortunate. However, these do seem to drop from normal enemies, so we might get more of the precious bait. Not sure. Okay, okay. That feels a little bad. I hopefully didn't screw that up. But let's go back. Let's go back now to the palace grounds. I'll quickly check underwater to see if the giant carp is still there. I would imagine that he is. There's going to be something else that we need to do. Oh, are these guys all dead now? Whoa, who is here? This lady is here. Oh my god, and she's killing all these. Holy shit. Whoa. She is kind of like Simon. She's kind of progressing through. Dude, has her face changed? Oh, I hate that the lighting changes. Maybe I can get a look from this angle. Oh, dude, her face looks fucked up now. Oh, dude. Lady, what is going on? Well, she's getting revenge, right? And she's gone. Give me back my father. You tricked him with nobility this and eternity that. Give him back. Dang. I wonder who her father was. And will we meet him? Okay. Not totally sure what to say about that, other than just kind of marveling at the funky stuff that goes on in a FromSoft game. And as different as Sekiro has been, it still is it is no doubt a Miyazaki creation. I have a feeling that the carp is still going to be here, though. Wait, can I get back through? Can I get back through? Here it is. Oh, is it gone? No, it's down there. It's down over there. And I don't think it's going to be friendly, right? We could try. I didn't want to go up. Did not want to go up. Although maybe we do want to go up. Because maybe there's something to check here. I can't actually get up here, can I? It won't let me swim into that area, wherever that is. So the carp is hanging out over there. I don't know that I'm going to be able to... It's going to see me at some point, right? I was just thinking about going down and getting those items. I just want these items. Is that too much to ask? Maybe we can. We can get one of them at least, I guess. Adamantite scrap. Surely, though, it's going to see me when I go over here, right? Maybe not. Maybe it has taken a passive approach to us because we fed it? I'm going to go for the item. Litecoin purse. It seems to be not hostile at the moment. I'm not going to push my luck and go close to it. I was for a second thinking about not dashing because maybe it was going to hear me or something if I started dashing, but it seems to be chill. It seems to be very chill. So part of me also wants to explore this other side. Maybe there was something in these other buildings. If we do have the ability now to look, I want to kind of do a little bit of full exploration. Now it starts swimming, damn it. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the cave. I just wanted to see that one other building. I guess it's more of a, it's a positional thing. Yeah, it must be a positional thing because it resets to a certain spot. It just goes back to that little waiting position. And then once you... What am I trying to say? Once you get back to a certain position at the front of the cave, that's when it starts its patrolling. So maybe it has nothing to do at all with you feeding it. So as I'm looking at this area again near the Shichimen Warrior, I can see there's a the ledge over there. There is some ground that maybe we can jump up to. So we don't have to fight just on the riverbed. We might be able to seek some, potentially some cover against the rocks on that side, or at the very least we have more area to move around in. We also have the beams, these supporting beams that maybe could block terror balls if need be. I'm just worried about the situations when he has this aura on the ground. Normally we just want to be as close to him as possible, but there are a few situations where we can't get like directly in melee range. So I've gone ahead and I've equipped this floating passage, which we haven't really tried yet. Maybe this might be a good one to use against him. And I might try the Yashiriku's Sugar, because against this enemy in particular, it's really about killing him as fast as possible and taking the penalty of having our, like, he's really not there's only a couple melee attacks that he has, and we really just need to deflect those. Obviously, if we get hit, we could just die. So this might still be a huge risk, but I am curious to see exactly how much of a boost it does give to our attack power, because maybe it's worth it, and maybe we might also use the Yashiriku Spirit Fall. This could be a bad idea, but I really don't like this fight. I want it to be over with as soon as possible. We, of course, have our Lazulite Shuriken as well, which may do some good damage against him. So why don't we go ahead and we'll start by jumping over to that side. Let's at least go over here and see. Yeah, we have the ability, looks like, to seek cover from... Do the terror balls? I would imagine that the terror balls don't go through the riverbed, right? And that's really the main concern. Is just those... Who aggroed to me? Somebody aggroed to me, though. Okay. I don't know, but there was another enemy that aggroed to me somewhere. I'm gonna try to reset this though. There are the dogs as well. There are the dogs that I had sort of forgotten about, or was not expecting to have to bring into play. I was not expecting that the dogs were even going to be a concern. Okay. We'll try that again, although I might have to check that enemy. I might have to check to see what enemy was up there that aggroed to us. That totally threw me for a loop. I don't even know if that's what killed me. I think the terror must have killed me. But I was like, I had this picture in my mind of one of the Okami warriors shooting lightning at me. I guess let's give this another, let's look at this again. I don't know if this is the best spot to run back from. Who even aggroed to us? I took the monocular off the bar. God damn it. There's too many things around here that can aggro. I can't see through these trees. I cannot see a damn thing. At the very least, we did discover another area to take cover. It must have just been a dog, right? It's just a dog up here. The problem is the dogs can shoot lightning, so it's like not great for me if a dog is getting in on the act, but it's also not the worst. Well, that's kind of the worst if that happens. Dude, there are so many orbs. There are so many orbs. This tight confined space. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is so bad. We need to drink. It feels like there are more orbs than before. I don't know if it's I didn't want to go back to the dilapidated temple. It feels like there are more orbs than there were previously. It's not an easy reset, and it's also way more annoying. That I was thinking maybe I would have a little bit of a way to gosh, how am I going to do this fight? How am I actually going to do this fight? There are just so many more of these than before, or it just feels that way. And I'm seriously just walking into so many of these. And I think they do more damage than they did previously. That is nice though that we can get the big orb to go kind of into the. Dude, there's lightning coming from the dog. That dog is going to keep respawning there. God damn it. The stupid dog. It looks like those actually do block. They actually do block the orbs. But they didn't block enough. Let's reset this one more time. Or not. Never mind. That is not a reset. Oh my god. This might be more than I can handle today. I have to admit, I'm actually a little bit on tilt right now. You all know me at this point. I'm usually a pretty even keel guy, and I'm definitely not trying to, I don't try to make any sort of like rage content. That's not my style at all. But there's something about the third Shichimen warrior, the third time that we've had to face maybe the most annoying enemy in the game. And now it is in perhaps the most annoying layout in the game. Not to mention that stupid dog that would get in on the fight as well. Which I should have killed beforehand, but whatever. It's not something that I'm going to be able to take on today, for sure. And maybe we'll end up skipping that one altogether, just because, I don't know. It has me frustrated in a way that I am not normally. We've tried to take out every single mini-boss so far in the game, and we have, up to this point. But dang it. Shichimen Warrior number 3? We'll see about that. We still managed to make some good progress. We took out the Okami leader, Shizu. Interesting bit of lore there, potentially, as well. And we made it. We explored the lake. We did take on Headless as well, which is not my favorite, but also turned out not to be that bad. And the Great Carp. Holy shit. We made it past the Great Carp, and we also managed to defeat the Great Carp. Maybe a little bit too much. And now we are ready. We have a path forward into the palace. We have this cool looking rock formation and perhaps the palace summit that we are going to be checking out next time. And whether or not we come back for the Shichimen Warrior, we'll debate on that one. For now, thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.